week you join us back in the medieval barn, and as you know, this is part of the second phase of renovations. We have two major projects that was taking place in the second phase. The piggeries, which you've seen quite a lot of, and we're getting right on with the project there, and the medieval barn that we want to turn into a banquet hall. Now, you've seen how we got started on it. We had some volunteers over, we dug the floor out, we started clearing the place out, getting it prepared and ready. We did last week the mortaring courses you saw, where we started mortaring the walls. That's where it stops.
And we come to you with heavy heart. We had some bad news, I suppose we put it as bad news. It was a little bit of a blow, considering how much positivity we've had all through this journey of ours, and it was quite difficult to take, wasn't it?
So but we wanted to bring it to you because this doesn't just affect us and their plans, and it affects their plans quite a lot, in quite a huge impact. But it also affects a lot of you people out there, because as you know, we had the Buy Us a Toll campaign so that we could have the roof redone, and that was booked in for October. However, that is going to have to be put on hold, and that's why it affects you guys a lot, because you all very kindly put towards that Buy Us a Toll campaign.
Massively.
So we've got big decisions to make. Now, what we received is this huge 50-page document through the post. Now, as much as we had the permissions agreed to be able to do the change of use on this place, we don't need change of plans, we don't need planning permission or anything like that, because we're not actually changing the structure. We are only changing the use of the barn, and all the work that we had planned for the barn, the floors, the walls, the roofs, that's all maintenance, and that's all health and safety and security to keep this barn standing, hopefully another 700 years. But there's been new legislations come in since we submitted our first lot of plans. And it's more to do with the health and safety aspect, not to do with the actual plans with what we're going to use it for. Because we want to open it to the public, it has to go now against these more stringent legislation and test certificates. However, there is such a backlog on this that they reckon it will be about 10 to 12 months before they even get to look at us, to come and see us and talk about it. That's a long time down the lane, and we could continue with the work because, as I said before, the work is all about securing the building. We could continue with the work. However, for us, piling funds into part of a project that is not going to see any return or give us any joy, I suppose, for quite a long time to come, for us, we need to think about priorities. What is our priorities? And as the barn's not even going to be looked at for another 12 months, there is no point in us piling our money into it.
Add time and effort. You know, there's a lot of time, there's a lot of work to be done, and it's not just about the money as always, but it is the effort. And also that roof up there, you know, that was something that was booked in, ready to go, and everything like that, and that is again time and effort and all that sort of situation. So it's the big decision we have to make is that whether we divert our efforts and our funds into another project because of this being put on hold for that amount of time.
Going forward, we've decided, and we've had long thoughts and discussions about this, haven't we? Yeah. And really thought hard about it. Now, we still have the largest apartment at the back of the property yet to do. And once we've done that apartment, it means that the whole Chateau building will be finished completely. So we've decided that it's best for us to pile our funds and our time and energy into getting that apartment finished for next summer, which will bring in more income and more funds to be able to continue this project once we get the go-ahead and okay to do it. However, where you come into this is the money that you've paid for the Buy Us a Tile. So we want to give you different options. The first option is that you can just leave the money where it is and we can wait until we get the go-ahead and it can still go on the tiles in the roof. The second option is that we can give you a refund and you can take your money back. The third option is that we divert those funds with us and Airtime and Energy into the project, into the apartment floor. Apartment floor? Apartment 4.
Apartment 4. Put your teeth in, love.
And we try and think of a way that we will incorporate all the names in that apartment. So it may be plaques, we don't really know yet, it's thoughts, and you can perhaps give us some ideas on how we can do that. But it's options that we need, and we need you to give us the input on that.
It's all down to you, really. We are beholden to you for your generosity, and we just need your advice. And because we've relied on you for weeks and weeks and months for your brilliant advice and your brilliant comments and all that sort of thing. So we need your help on this project, because it's one of those things that kind of keeps us awake at night. We don't know what our best option, as Lisa's put it, is to do that, but it's what you would like us to do with that money. And those three options, we think, are the best three options we can put forward to you. And so, yes, please, email us.
No,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Sorry.
I just want to make sure everyone's clear, because we need it all in one place. So
yeah,
please,
so you don't get things lost.
Yeah, you can put comments in, but if you want a refund or you want to stipulate each of those options, then please email us so we make sure that we have your name and we have what you want us to do with it, so that if you want a refund, you can get your refund. If it's all in different places, like a Facebook message or a WhatsApp message or a comment on here, it's probably going to get lost in the amount that we get. So please send us a specific email with the title, "Buy me a tile," and then we will know what you want to do with that money. If you just want us to use it on other funds and just divert the funds into another project that you think is worthy, like the other apartment, you don't need to respond. You could just leave it, or you can make a comment here. Now, we was talking about impact. This has had a huge impact because we were so excited about the work we'd started here, and was so excited about events we could have next year and being able to open it up to the community. And when you get so excited like that, isn't it, about a campaign, about a project, it brings you down.
Yeah, well, it's very difficult, as anybody knows. When you've had highs and lows, you get on a big high. We're all enthusiastic with the courses, with the people who were helping, the volunteers that helped us dug this floor out. Everybody was right up for it. And to then, you're such on a high, there's a long way to fall. And so you do come down with a bit of a bang.
But
and it's,
I think now we've decided that going forward, the project, obviously, with the piggeries will continue this year, and our aim is to get that completely finished by Christmas. But then January, start on apartment 4. And I think now we've decided and we've made that decision, we're kind of uplifted again and looking forward to getting back into the Chateau and back into renovating another apartment within there.
We've always wanted, the 4 apartments. We've always talked about what we wanted to do with all the 4 apartments. This one is no exception. And yeah, it is an exciting project, and it will hopefully come to fruition like the others have done. We've set the bar, as far as we're concerned, very high, so there's big expectations for that apartment. But I think from a financial point of view, from a business point of view, it makes sense to divert anything that we were going to put into this personally or from the business or whatever. Has to go to that now, and that's what we're asking from you, is just to let us know how you would like to proceed. And hopefully, as I say, you've been so supportive and so uplifting to us and keeping us going, so we just need some positivity from you.
So we can't thank you enough for the support you've given, and we are really sad to bring you this news, but it's out of our hands, and we have to go with what we're being told we have to go with.
We're going to obviously pursue as much as we can. If we'll put our applications in as soon as we can get them done, and fingers crossed they go through with little time. But we are assured that the 10 to 12 month waiting list is can't be bypassed. So it's gonna be at least a year before we have even an idea of when they can look at it. And I'm sure they'll want to come by, and I'm sure we'll have lots of inspections and all this sort of thing. But you know, we're beholden to them. We can't do anything. As I say, we've always wanted to do everything above board. Like Lesa says, we could continue the remedial work, and that's maybe something we will do. But because that is not detrimental or anything, we're not allowing anybody into the building for that purposes. So we might tinker away, as it were. But the major jobs in here have to be put on hold until we can get those permissions.
Just one other thing that I would like to make a point of for people that are making comments and things. If you are living in France and you are doing a similar sort of thing, please don't panic that it may affect you, because we get lots of people commenting saying, oh, you got this wrong, you got that wrong, in our area it doesn't happen, you don't have to do this. In France, every department is different, and also in France, a historical monument, as is a listed historical monument, so it comes under very different legislation to any normal property. We come under the Bâtiment de France, and that's where it's very different. And it's because we are opening it to the public. If we was just doing this for our own space, there would be no problem whatsoever. No. We wouldn't even have to ask for any permissions for it. But because it's a historical monument and it's being open to the public, that is why we have got these more stringent rules that we've now got to go through. So yes, don't panic out there.
Yeah.
If you're doing a similar sort of project, but you're not a historical monument, and it may be you're in a different department completely, and you have different rules and regulations.
Always check with your local authorities. Always check with the mairie. Always check with anybody that you have dealt with in the past, in your department or wherever you are. You know, there's innumerable building codes all over the world. Just check with your local people, and the people that know, not the people who you think know or they think they know. You've got to check with the people that really know, that make the decisions, and then you will get the advice, the proper advice, and the proper way, the course of action to go through.
So thank you again, and we're sorry we've had to bring you bad news, but yeah, it's one of those things, and we wanted you to know about it up front. And
it doesn't happen very often that we bring you bad news, but hopefully we, as always, as a couple, take the positivity out of it, and the positivity we feel from you all the time, which is a wonderful thing. Hang on a minute, my dog's trying to get in the barn. Yeah, so the positivity we feel from you, which is hugely supportive, but we take the positives out, that we crack on and we go on and do apartment 4 and make it really cool. But we need your help.
Anyway,
we need you.
Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. It really does help. And those of you that have subscribed, I know there's a lot of you that have been here since the beginning, 3 years with us. Thank you so much. We'll see you all again very soon with the next episode.
Hit the notification bell, then you won't miss a video. If you have subscribed and you're not getting notifications, as I've noticed a few comments, please just check that those things are you're subscribed, and you hit the notification bell, then you'll always get notifications of the videos.
But exciting stuff to come, because Carsten is on his way over here to help us for another week of volunteering. And you always know there's a lot we get done when Carsten's here. So look out for that. We'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Love to you all. Bye. Bye.
If you would like to hitch a ride with us on this adventure, then please check out our Patreon page. For just €5 a month, you can help support our project, receive behind-the-scenes footage, uncut videos, and have Zoom chats with me and Ted. Be part of the Montmagna family on our Patreon-only Facebook page, or make a one-off donation via our PayPal page. All of the links are in the description. You will then know that your contribution helps to preserve a piece of world history.